Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to the Cozy Christmas Cottage. I'm sure most of us probably put a lot of thought into the gifts that we give during the holidays, but I personally also love to put a lot of thought into the gift wrap that goes on those gifts. So today, with the help of Arteza, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to really add that extra special touch to your gifts this holiday season that your friends and family will love.
So thank you so much to Arteza for sponsoring this video. This is a brand that I have been using for years now. It is quality arts and craft supplies that you can shop for online. And you're going to be seeing me use some of these products that you see here today, such as the acrylic paint, these really great gel pens, and even these watercolor markers. So whether you are into crafts or into doing art, or if you know someone who is, these would make wonderful Christmas gifts. You can wrap them up and give them to friends and family this holiday season. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into our very first gift wrapping project. And we're going to be using a lot of items from Dollar Tree today too. Now first up, we're going to be making our own custom wrapping paper. I'm going to be featuring these acrylic markers that I am obsessed with, and you will see why here shortly. And the paper that I'm using is craft paper or shipping paper that you can find at Dollar Tree. So I'm pre-cutting down the size of my paper so that it will fit the box that I'll be wrapping up, and using the box as a guide for where I want my design. Now I'm using a red acrylic marker for this and just writing Merry Christmas in a really fun script font. And you can see here that these markers are wonderful. They don't blend into the paper. The paint sits right on top. So you get a really good and strong color instead of something that kind of bleeds in and blends in. So I love this. You can see it stands out nicely against that craft paper. Once I had my design, I just wrapped my box up with some tape and was finished. You could even wrap your gift first and then decorate it if you wanted. I kind of wanted more of an abstract look for this, so that's why I did my design first. Completely up to you how you want your gifts to look. This is a super fun way to give gifts or even hot cocoa. These cups are from Hobby Lobby. You get 10 for $3.99, so they're only 39 cents each. But you can also find cups like this at Dollar Tree. They just have a design on them, so you'd want to paint them or something first. I'm going to go ahead and use these ones that I had from Hobby Lobby. I'm using my acrylic markers for this again, and we're going to make a snowy, wintry scene. And again, you can see how great these markers stand out against that darker background. I'm just really going in with this marker and making some back and forth wiggly lines to represent my snow. Now you do want to make sure you let each layer of paint dry, otherwise you will get more of a blending effect, and I wanted my trees to stand out. So here I just drew a straight line down and took those wiggly lines all across that to make my little evergreen tree in the snow. You can see that stands out against the white paint even. I also added a small little tree off to the side in the background there. And I decided I also wanted to add a little touch of white onto the trees too, so it looked like there was a little hint of snow on my evergreen trees. And I love the idea of popping a gift card in here, or even some candy or a package of hot cocoa, and giving this as a cute and simple, sweet little gift. Now we're going to decorate up a Dollar Tree craft gift bag using our acrylic markers again. Like I said, I'm obsessed with these. I love them. They work so good. And all I did here was draw a circle, and we're going to make a wreath. So I'm coming in with my zigzaggy lines and going all the way around that circle to create my really simple evergreen wreath. Now you want to make sure that your green is completely dry before you move on to the next step, which is to add some berries with our red acrylic marker. I just kind of randomly placed them around the wreath, dried that, and then came in with my white acrylic marker again to give it a snowy and frosty look. Now time for our emoji of the day, which is the Santa Claus. So leave me a Santa emoji down in the comments below and help me decorate the comment section and spread a little Christmas joy. If you don't have the Santa emoji, just leave the word Santa. This next project is super fun. We're going to be using Arteza's oven baked clay to create some small ornaments to hang from our gifts. This set comes with 42 different colors along with tools and some accessories. We're also going to be using some cookie cutters that I had on hand to create our shapes. So with this product, you actually want to mush it up and knead it until it kind of warms up, and that's what's going to soften it. Once I got it to that point, then I just smushed it flat onto my countertop and took a small cookie cutter to cut out my shape. You also want to make sure that you punch a hole in the top of your shape so we have a place to hang this from later on after we bake it. I just used one of the tools that came with this kit to do that with. This next step is pretty important. You want to make sure your hands and your work surface are clean before moving on to the next color because your colors will kind of run together. So we're going to be working with the red one next, and I did the exact same thing. I just smushed this flat, took my cookie cutter just like you would a sugar cookie, and this one I used my stocking cookie cutter, made sure I punched that hole in the top, and then you're going to place your shapes onto an oven safe tray, and then on the box it actually tells you the directions. You're going to want to bake these at 325 degrees for 15 to 30 minutes. Now mine are pretty thin, and it did take about 20 to 25 minutes for these to bake and harden. I wanted to show you a couple examples of how you can use these. I'm just using some red and white baker's twine to tie my ornaments onto this gift sack, which is also from Dollar Tree. This is also from Dollar Tree. It's a jewelry gift box, and I just tied it up with some ribbon and then used my baker's twine to tie it onto the knot. I love having all of these blank and plain gift giving things that you can get from Dollar Tree on hand. That way you can personalize these and use them year round, whether you have a baby shower, a wedding, a birthday. Just kind of change up the ribbon or the decor that you add to them, and it's a very inexpensive way to add special touches to your gifts. Now we are going to transform some blank cards and envelopes into Christmas cards using the Arteza's watercolor set and gel pens. I love both of these. Their gel pen set comes with bold colors and bright colors, and as you can see, their watercolors come in a huge set of 48 here, so you have so many different colors to choose from. These blank cards had a scalloped edge, so I ran some water along the edge and then took my watercolor markers and ran that around the scallops. Once I had my ink in place, then I came back in with the included water brush that comes in your set and kind of smeared it around even more and pulled some of that color down into the middle more. And that's why I love watercolor so much, because it's a medium that you can kind of blend and work with, and it's not just a solid marker. Next, we're going to be using the Arteza gel pen to create the design in the middle. I love these because they don't stop working. You know how some get like bubbles in them and then you kind of like miss one of your lines? This doesn't do that at all. It's very smooth, it glides on easy, and they have beautiful colors. So at the top here, I'm just creating some really simple Christmas trees and wrote Merry Christmas at the bottom. I had so much fun with this that I went and did another one using the green watercolor marker around the edge of this one, and then made a larger tree and just turned it the other way so it was a different style and just had a completely different look. So this was so much fun. You can see I'm using the yellow to create the star at the top too. Very bright colors once you add them to your your canvas or your paper or your cards like I did here. So you can attach these to the tops of your gifts, or you can throw them right in your envelope and send them to your friends and family. Next, I have a Dollar Tree gift bag and tissue paper. We're going to dress up the tissue paper to make this a little bit more special. And the way we're going to do that is open up your tissue paper, fold the bottom to the top so it lines up, and then fold the right over to the left. And so we've folded it into fourths. Then you're just going to take your scissors and create half circles or scallops along the edge at the top. Then you're going to reopen this and you're going to fold the opposite side. So the side that is now straight, we're going to fold that up and then fold it from right to left again, just the way we did the first time. And then we're going to add more scallops to this side. So this just is a really quick and easy way to kind of make some inexpensive tissue paper look a little bit more fancy. Now we just have to add our tissue paper to our bag. What I'm doing here is just grabbing the middle and kind of making a cone so that the top is fluffy. You stick it right down into your bag, and then you have those beautiful scallops sticking out from the top of your bag. Next, we are going to take a plain white gift box and dress it up. Now, this is a project I know I've done as a kid, and if you have too, give it a thumbs up. It is paint splattering, and we're going to use this Arteza acrylic paint. For this, if you are new to acrylic painting, this is a great way to get started. It comes with a lot of great primary and bright colors and bold colors, so it's a good starting set. And all I'm doing here is taking my acrylic paint onto a paintbrush, and then I'm tapping it onto my finger, the paintbrush right onto my finger, and that is what is creating those little splatter marks along the plain white box. Once I had my entire box splattered as much as I wanted it, then I also came in with a paper towel and kind of blotted it and dabbed it. It got off some of the extra or the bigger blobs so it would dry a little quicker, and it also added some more texture to the box. Then once my paint was dry all the way, all I'm doing here is tying a really simple red satin ribbon around the box. And then here's another little tip. I always like to make my bows separate instead of having all of that extra ribbon kind of hanging off the box. It makes it a little harder to make your bows look nice. So if you make them separate and then hot glue them right onto the top, then you have more of a nice bow and a nice look. And then you can actually go back in at this point and cut your tails so that they look nice. I always like to cut mine in a dovetail fashion, so they kind of have the points and then the V shape. And then also I make them kind of longer so they hang off the sides. So a really cute and pretty look to this box instead of just a plain white box. Now we're going to turn Dollar Tree lunch sacks into gift bags, and the ribbon that you see here is from Dollar Tree as well. And we're going to use our white acrylic marker and also a hole punch for this. So what I did first was just fold over the top, that way I knew where I wanted my design to be. And then I took my acrylic marker and created a snowflake design and just used some little details here and there, and then came back in and also added some speckles with my paint pen. I love how the white stands out against this darker background. Some paint pens, it kind of blends in, or it's kind of see-through, which I don't like, but these pens are great and don't do that. Next, I added some hole punches, 2 hole punches to the top where it was folded over, and then just fed my ribbon through the front. You can tie a bow or just feed it through like I did to keep it closed. Super duper quick and easy, and so cute. You can also customize plain ribbon using these acrylic markers too. So this is a satin white ribbon that's from Hobby Lobby. I got it for $2 for the roll, so super duper inexpensive. But you can even find ribbon at Dollar Tree and customize that ribbon too. I just cut my ribbon down to size after kind of gauging how much I would need with my gift box, and then I used my red and green acrylic markers to add simple polka dots all over the ribbon. Once my ribbon was completely filled with the polka dots and dried, then I just used some tape to tape it around my box. And then I added a simple pre-made bow right onto the top. And next is a really cute and simple pillow box. You can even use a toilet paper roll and get the same kind of look. These are from Hobby Lobby and they are only about 50 cents each. I'm using my gel pen to write to and front right onto the front, and then taking my baker's twine and some holly greenery and tying that off to the side. Such a cute way to give a gift card or a candy treat or a handmade item. And it was so quick and easy and also super inexpensive. I would love to hear which one of these 10 DIY gift wrapping ideas was your favorite. You can leave those down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, hit the Christmas bell, and select all so you're notified when new videos pop up here on the Cozy Christmas Cottage channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. I also have more Christmas DIYs popping up on your screen that you can watch next.